Today I'm going to make a video to show you how you can hang things in your rat cage, some different ways that you can do that and different inexpensive options that are available to you for doing that, as well as the pros and cons of each of these items. So stay tuned. First of all, I'm starting out in my very bare basics Critter Nation. I thought I'd share some of the fun things that I use to hang stuff. So let's just jump right in. The two most common ones that you will see are shower rings. These get recommended a lot. There are plastic ones like these, which you can buy at most any store like Walmart, Target, even CVS and Walgreens have them, and then these as well. This particular grouping came from the dollar store. It came in a pack of 10. I have three or four different colors, I can't remember. There's some pros and cons to both of these. This one is the pear shape. You'll see these a lot because they're cheap, but there are some risks involved. For example, the rat can get their head stuck in this, and once it's fastened, the rings can turn around and actually choke your rat. I've only heard of this happening a handful of times, but it is something to be aware of and just to caution people against. I have really big rats, so while they could fit their head in that, they've never tried. These, however, will come undone if they're pulled on too much, so there's the con of these. They still stay hanging as far as I've had. I've never had one fall, but they will come unhooked if messed with enough. And my boys do like to chew these occasionally. I have a few that have been personalized a little bit, as you can see here, right there. So the next thing that we see recommended a lot are these bird sea hooks, I think is what they're called. They're used to hang things in bird cages. You can see my boys have also liked to chew on these. These are nice, but they are not very good at holding weight, so they get stretched out really easily. In fact, this one is a little stretched out right here. You can see it's not consistent in shape. So when I attach them to things, I often double up on the ends, like I've done on this one here. Let's see if I can get that a little bit. There you go. You can see that there are two holding it in place. I find that just helps to prevent them from stretching here. You may still have some stretching in between, but it just holds the weight better. So there's another option. Our third option is one I have honestly never seen mentioned. And that is small chain with lanyard hooks. These came on a garden basket from the dollar store. I saw a lot of people using them with like coconut liners and stuff and thought I'd try them, and my rats just hated them. But the chains have been so nice. I've never had toes or tails get stuck. You can loop them around your bars and then hook them back together to hang them, and then you've got another hook on the end. I added these because the ones that came with it were kind of chintzy. But then you can loop this through a hammock and clip it, and you can change how long or short they are by how far you clip them on the chain. So that's really nice. I'm sure you could get some at hardware stores as well, but they're really handy. Which brings me to number 4, lanyard hooks. You can get these in a package at Walmart, Hobby Lobby, Joann's. If your store has like a kids craft items, this is where you can find them. They are inexpensive. I think I paid $4 and I got like 50 of them. And I had one pack that was all silver, and I had a pack that was multicolored. So I have some that are like copper and rose gold and black as well. And why are lanyard hooks so handy? Well, you can actually use them for your chew toys. But then we'll move on to other things in a minute, and I'll explain another reason I like them. But you can also just hang your hammocks with them. I've done this many times. So lanyard hooks. Next we have pipe cleaners. Sorry, rat has come to visit. Hello, Blue. He says, I want to know what you're doing. So they're nosy because I'm cleaning their cage, and they're like, what's going on? Pipe cleaners are really handy. Lots of people recommend zip ties as well. I would say you can use a pipe cleaner anywhere you could use a zip tie. So to fasten a basket to the cage, to fasten tubes and things, to fasten litter boxes, whatever you fasten with a zip tie, you can use a pipe cleaner for. They're not very sharp, they bend very easy, and if you're really worried about sharp ends, you can just fold the little end down. Oh, Fred came to see us too. You can fold that little end all the way down, and excuse me, I'm making a video here, guys. Come on. Excuse me. Go play. I promise they're fine. They're just crazy about being picked up. You can fold that little end all the way flat and pinch it with a pair of pliers, and it makes a nice little rounded edge, so they're not going to get poked on it, but my rats have never had injuries from them. And for some reason, although they love chewing zip ties, mine do not like chewing these. Maybe it's because they're fuzzy. I don't know. They come in lots of different lengths. Well, actually, they come in one length, which I think is like 12 inches, and you can cut them with regular scissors to different lengths. And when paired with your clips, excuse me, Nibbles, when you pair them with your little clips, you can use them to fasten almost anything to the cage, especially if you cut your wire to different lengths. So this is a short one, here's a long one. These are my favorite thing to use to hang things. You will see them in almost all of my videos. I have hung things with lanyard clips and pipe cleaners. Here's a dirty litter box, but a litter box. I even use them on that. Because they just work so well. You can fasten anything, and you can hook them, especially on critter nations, at any height in the cage, which is really nice. I don't like the shelves in my critter nations, so I use these baskets, and I can use the lanyard hooks to fasten them anywhere. The last thing I wanted to show you is something I had never done this until this last week, and I just thought it was so clever. Maybe you've already done it, in which case, bravo, share it with the rest of the world, because these are little water bottle holders. I ordered them from a website that I can't remember the name of, but I can put a link in the description. And I think I got like, they're $1 and some change each, but they come about this long, and they stretch a lot. Like this one's not even stretched all the way out. And use them to fasten your pipes, like these. This is a bendy tube. And now I don't have to worry about it coming off. It is not going anywhere. It is really stuck on there. Not much movement, which is good, because my boys like some movement, but I get worried if something shifts too much that it's going to hurt them. So anyhow, I think that's all of the hangers that I use. If I'm going to switch the camera around. So what kind of hangers do you use in your cage? Do you use something that maybe I don't? Is there something you want to see a video about? Maybe something a little random, or you have a question about in my cage? Give me a holler below, leave a note, send a message, comment, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Thanks.